Good morning, September 16th. Today we're going to discuss more on the BMS system as it relates to the wiring and the hardware of the systems. We're going to be speaking about the air handling units, energy recovery unit, and VAV boxes, wiring rise diagrams, panel locations, power supply locations for VAVs, etc. So what we have on the screen is the AHU number 1 backnet riser diagram. As you can see, you have a controller. This controller is a NAE controller. Inside this little box right here, you can see that they provide the NAE number, which is its unique number. It's NAE number 5. Its IP address. It's located in electrical closet 2-220. This NAE controller is the main communication block that all of the VAV boxes and the air handling unit are tied to. So as you can see, you have a trunk that comes out of this NAE controller. It rises up, hits all VAV boxes on the 4th floor. The trunk that we're looking at goes up to the 5th floor. You have another trunk that comes around from the 1st floor, 2nd floor, 2nd floor and 3rd floor VAVs. All of these VAVs are in a daisy chain pattern, okay, and they all are connected to this NAE 5, which is located in electric closet room 2-20. This is your air handling unit number 1, and VAVs, associated VAVs, all reside within this controller. This is part of the Johnson Controls as-built turnover package. This is page 14 of that package. As you continue turning pages through the package, you'll see that the daisy chain continues. Right here we are on the first trunk that we looked at. It runs through the 5th floor VAVs as well. It picks up the air handling unit number 1. Okay, it ties into the VFDs, the supply fan VFD, the return fan VFD, and then the air handler controller. Okay, this is the factory mounted controller that resides inside the big white enclosure on each air handler. Again, we talked about yesterday single point power entry, and then the supply fan VFD and the return fan VFD. Both of these VFDs, there's one VFD for 2 supply fans, there's one VFD for 2 return fans. They operate at the same speed, and they're controlled by the same VFD. There is start-stop status commands given to these fans from the BMS system based on the operation of the unit and differential static pressure set points that are controlling these speeds. As we turn down to the next page, you'll see you have a similar architecture and layout for air handling unit number 2. Here we have another NAE controller. This one happens to be NAE number 6. It is located in electrical closet 1-311. And you have multiple trunks coming out of this enclosure, which again picks up a daisy chain of all your VAV boxes It goes from the first floor all the way through the 5th floor. You have different trunks, all in series with one another. As we spoke about yesterday, all of your VAV designations, 2 relates to the air handler, 1 relates to the floor, 16 relates to the unique number. It tells you the area that the VAV box serves, the part number, and the address for each device. We turn the page. We see that sometimes these devices pick up some supplemental equipment. Okay, so this communication link that travels up to the roof level, 6th floor level, you'll notice here that the daisy chain picks up the VFDs for the air handling unit. They also pick up the fan coil units that exist on the 6th floor. These are all floor mounted fan coil units that you'll see by the entrances. You'll see in the water heater room, and then you also have fan coil units in each one of the elevator machine rooms. This communication link also picks up the condensing units for each one of the AC EMR room. Again, you'll see all unique addressing numbers. The difference with the fan coil units, these have TEC controllers in them, but they're all carried on the same communication link. Okay, and everything is daisy chained throughout. Here's a further view looking at it through all your VAVs, up through the floors, a separate trunk. It's running up, picking up the VFDs, the fan coil units, the condensing units. Okay, this is all part of the air handler unit number 2 communication link. Okay, this is all a BACnet communication link. This panel is your NAE number 6, located in electrical closet 1-311. As we continue through the as-built manual, we'll find that air handler 3. Similar diagram. NAE controller. This is NAE number 7. This is located in the same electrical closet, 1-311. This picks up all the VAV boxes associated with air handler unit number 3. It passes through and hits a couple of fan coil units that are local to this area. Okay, these fan coil units are all located at exterior entrances. Okay, there's a couple different style fan coil units. Most of them are a exposed cabinet, just a unit hanging in the ceiling with a hot water coil. Okay, they're designated as fan coil units. They are heating only. The communication link picks up these fan coil units, continues up the floors. Okay, you see the separate trunk going up through to the higher floors. As we get into those upper floors, we'll now see additional VAV boxes carried along the same trunk line. Okay. Continue up onto the roof level, picks up the VFDs in the unit, and the controller that, the FA controller, the FAC controller that controls actually the air handler. Okay, all of these links have been isolated, so the controller that serves the unit is picking up the VAVs that serve the unit. So this layout kind of lends itself to ease of troubleshooting. You'll see that all these things reside on the same link, so it kind of keeps everything organized. As it passes through and picks up a couple other devices, you'll notice that you have a fan coil unit that might be popped in here and there, right? We have some fan coil units that just run along the link. Okay, all the fan coil units, they're all located on the first floor, with exception to the floor-mounted fan coils that we spoke about that are up on the service the service level of the 6th floor. Otherwise, all of the fan coil units are at exits throughout the first floor. Okay, so again, you see that you have another NAE controller. This is number 8. Okay, this picks up air handle unit number 4. Air handle unit number 4 is located on the lower setback roof on the C building. Okay, there's a series of exhaust fans that exist in this space. Okay, this is on your green roof, as well as some fans that are located in the attic space, as previously discussed. You see your communication link runs through the VFDs that are related to these exhaust fans. It runs through all of your VAV boxes and fan coil units. These fan coil units are all located at exterior entrances. Okay, you have a backnet link. AHU number 4 runs through all your VAV boxes related to air handling unit number 4. Okay, those are all VMA controllers, all uniquely addressed. The area that it serves is indicated on this diagram. This is typical for all of the units. You'll see it picks up the supply fan and return fan VFDs. There's a fan coil unit up in the storage closet that we spoke about. This has the fan coil, the air handler unit has the closet up on this floor where the isolation valves, control valves, freeze pumps, appurtenances are all in the closet. Okay, there's a fan coil unit in that closet for temperature control of that space. You have your FAC controller for the air handler. Okay, so you have your backnet link that runs through the air handler, all the VFDs, and the VAVs related to AHU number 4. Just to document it, this is located in the electrical closet 1-617. Okay, NAE number 8 is located in electrical closet 1-617. As we continue turning through the pages, air handler unit number 5, same layout, same architecture. NAE number 9, electrical closet 1-221. Okay, you start to see that some of these are in the same closets. Okay, you come into the room and you'll see these panels on the wall. There's multiple ones in the same areas. Okay, which is nice. Everything is kind of convenient and local. Everything is exposed in electrical rooms. You're not above ceilings looking at these panels. Air handler 5 runs through VAVs. Okay, picks up a couple of fan coil units. These are your main entrance, 1A, 1B, stair towers and corridors. Okay, running through all the VAVs, a daisy chain. Comes up onto the roof, picks up the condensing unit for the split system for your switchgear room, your controller for the air handler. Okay, so the link picks up the VFDs related to it, the FAC controller for the air handling unit, the condensing unit on that lower setback roof. Moving forward, NAE number 10, this is air handle unit number 6. This is located in the same electrical closet, 1-221. You'll see the same similar backnet daisy chain that runs through, picks up VAVs, fan coil units that are nearby, up onto the roof, picks up your exhaust fan, GX14 dryer exhaust fan, your air handling unit VFDs, and again your FAC controller. These are the controllers that house all the logic that operates these machines. Again, this is an NAE number 10. This is your air handling unit number 6, communication link. Thumbing through more pages, come across AHU 7, NAE number 11. It's located in electrical closet 2-220. Same scenario, trunk lines come out of these NAE controllers, run through all the VAV boxes, just a daisy chain running through, everything uniquely addressed. VAVs are all VMA controllers, okay? Shows you the VAV box number, 7-2-4, air handler unit, floor serves, unique number, address number, depicts the area that it serves, okay? All of these things can be seen on the graphics as well, which will be part of separate training. Electrical closet 2-220, air handler unit number 7. That daisy chain obviously continues up to the upper floor, up to the roof level. You're going to see it similar, picks up the supply fan and return fan VFDs, the FAC controller for the air handling unit. As we continue down, turning the page, we see air handling unit number 8. Once again, all your VAV boxes in a daisy chain. Here's your enclosure. Okay, this is an electrical closet 1-519. Picks up a fan coil unit. First floor VAV boxes, second floor VAV boxes, third floor VAV boxes. Up to the roof. Picks up your VFDs on your air handling unit, your FAC controller that controls air handling unit number 8. Again, on these controllers, you have unique address numbers. Okay, it's a factory mounted controller. This is your FAC. This is what is the brains of these air handling units. The VMAs are the brains of what controls your VAV boxes. The designations, again, VAV 8-5-15 is related to air handling unit number 8, 5th floor, box number 15. Okay, all unique addressing. Exhaust fan link. Okay, this is another controller that's located up in the penthouse. Okay, this controller now picks up all of the other exhaust fans that are up on the high roof. Same situation, it's a communication link, backnet communication link, skips through all the VFDs, start, stop, status, speed. This will all be displayed on the front end of the BMS. Just taking an overview again of the layout of the systems and within the building. This is your CSB building. This is the connecting link up on the 2nd floor. Come out the window. Follow the walk pads around. You have 2 condensing units. These are your switchgear room condensing units. Okay, one's the main electrical room and one is the subroom. AHU number 5 and AHU number 6. Okay, they are located on that lower setback roof. AHU 5 and AHU 6. As we move down into the C building, okay, we're up on the roof of the C building, AHU number 4. We work up the building, okay, we're seeing on the 3rd floor now a series of different colors. All those colors are associated with, you know, different systems. The green is your AHU2. I will provide these documents for your use, okay? The AV boxes like we spoke about. Air handling units serving VAV boxes with reheat coils. Air handling units will discharge and maintain certain temperatures, okay? And then the tempering of each zone will be performed by its relative VAV box with reheat coils. So as we move up the building, you start to see similar patterns of air layout, VAV box layout, and we will get up to the roof elevation. Okay, and then once we're up on the roof elevation, the building has been broken down into A wing and B wing. We are now up on the roof of the A wing. Air handler unit number 1, air handler unit number 7. Okay, when you go up on the roof, your control panel for the air handler will be over here. This is where your FAC controller is located. Okay, this is what's controlling that unit. Okay, there's a whole big control panel up here with, you know, transformers and your controllers and DIN rails and the whole 9 yards. Okay, that's what operates your unit. AHU1, AHU7. Continue to the middle of the building. This is what they consider the B building. Okay, air handler unit number 2 is up on a raised bulkhead. Your main control panel for that unit where your FAC controller is located is right over here. Air handler 2 serves 1st through 5th floor, common spaces, pantries, dining facilities, open flow workspaces, offices. Okay, all the way 1st through 5th floor. Continuing over on the B roof, air handler unit number 3. Your controller is located right here. Okay, you come up onto the platform and here's your controller where your FAC is. Air handler 3, 1st through 5th floors, bedrooms, common areas, seclusion room. AHU number 8, your controller is right over here, FAC controller. Okay, this is what's connected to the backnet link. Okay, AHU 8, high roof of building B. So up on the high roof, you have air handler unit number 1, 2, 3, 7, and 8. On the lower setback roof of A, which is connected to the CSB, you have air handler unit number 5 and number 6. And on the C roof, you have air handler unit number 4. All of these are connected to the links that we spoke about previously that have their controllers tied into the main control panels that are located in the electrical closets that we've discussed. We also want to talk about the power riser diagrams for each one of these VAV boxes. Okay, so all of these VAV boxes are 24 volts. The VMA controllers are being powered from a power supply. Okay, so these do not have line voltage going to them. All of these VAV boxes have 24 volt power. And this power supply is located in multiple electrical closets. So as you can see here, air handler unit number 1, you have a low voltage power supply control in electrical room 4-220. That feeds the power to all of the VAV boxes on the 4th floor. You have a power supply, electrical closet 3-220. Okay, so you can see that they're in the same room, just on a different floor. Okay, they're in the same electrical closet, just on different floors. Again, this is feeding the 3rd floor. Okay, so all of these VAVs are being fed from this power supply in 3-220. 2nd floor. You have a power supply, feeds all the VAVs on the 2nd floor. Okay, this is an electrical closet 2-220. And you have a power supply on the 5th floor. Same closet on the 5th floor, 2-220. 5th floor VAVs. So all of these power supplies are located in the electrical closets, and they provide the 24 volt power to the associated VAVs that are on that floor. Okay, it's a 24 volt link that's picking up every one of these VAVs. Okay, and here you go. One power supply comes out, skips through the VAV boxes. Okay, again, it indicates the VAV box number, tells you the area that it serves. Moving down to air handler unit number 2. Same situation, you have power supplies. Each one of these power supplies are located in electrical closet 307 on multiple floors. This is your 3rd floor VAVs, your 3rd floor power supply in electrical closet 3-307. This is air handler unit number 2. Same situation on the 2nd floor. okay? Electrical closet 307 on the second floor picks up your second floor VAVs. Your first floor VAVs, okay? Electrical closet 617 and electrical closet 311. These have broken up into separate panels just due to the layout of the building and where they are to keep the lengths of runs at a minimum. We move in to the air handling unit number 2, upper floors. Again, you're back into that electrical closet 307 on the 4th floor, electrical closet 307 on the 5th floor. You see how it skips through all of your VAV boxes, okay? Your power supply is coming to each one of these devices. Gives you your VAV number, the area that it serves, your VAV number, air handling number 2, 5th floor, number 14, okay? And you see this typical layout. So you flip through the pages, you'll see air handling unit number 3. Same scenario, VAV boxes, power supplies. This is electrical closet 2307, okay, 2307. Second floor, 1311, first floor. You go in these rooms, you'll find your power supply box. You open up the door, you'll see a bunch of transformers, the 120 volt power out to 24 volt conversion transformer. Skips through all of your VAV boxes. This is on the first floor. It's in electrical closet 311. So all of these power supplies are located in electrical closets. That's pretty much the typical layout of all of the panels. They're typically residing within these electrical closets. So for maintenance purposes, you go into one spot, you're finding on each floor the same, different floors, the same rooms. You find the power supplies, you'll find your other controllers. It's nice, it's clean, the rooms are neat. The electrical contractors did a nice job in layout. Everything is accessible. Electrical closet 3-307, 3rd floor. Again, 24 volt power. All these VAV boxes are 20 volt power. 120 volt power from the electrician, low voltage for the controls electrician. Getting up onto the upper floors. Same situation, electrical closet 307 on the 5th floor, power supply for the 5th floor. Thumbing down to the 4th floor, I'm into HU4. You have a power supply located in electrical closet 617 on the 1st floor. Okay, these power supplies skip through all of the VAVs, CAVs that are located on the link related to VAV and AHU number 4. Okay, this is the C building, okay, this is the 1st floor C area, air handler 4, okay, this is where adolescence is and your salons and some meeting rooms, some exercise rooms. This is on the 1st floor of the C building. Here you have AHU 5 and 6, power supplies, both of them located on the electrical closet 211 on the 1st floor, okay, AHU 5 and 6, 2 more air handlers that serve the 1st floor, okay, this is the 1st floor A area. Air handler unit number 6 serves some of your specialty classrooms and group rooms, spirituality rooms. AHU 5 services the remainder of that 1st floor space, office areas, pharmacy, your main vestibule area is served by AHU number 5. Some of the linen rooms, some of these storage closets. Okay, these are all part of this 1st floor connecting link between CSB to NRB. You walk down that hallway. This is all AHU 5 area. Again, power supplies all located in electrical room 211 on the 1st floor. Okay, all those power supplies will be in that closet. This is all of your 24 volts to your VMA controllers that control the VAV boxes. As we thumb down, we continue to see similar layouts, okay? This is air handling unit number 7. VAV boxes associated with air handling unit number 7. Power supplies associated with the power supplies for these VAV boxes. 2-20, 4-220, electrical closet 3-220. Okay, they're all stacked one on top of each other. Power supplies exist. Okay, so now you're going to see that you're going to go in there, you're going to have power supplies for air handler 1, you're going to have power supplies for air handler 7. Okay, so you go in that electrical room, it's nice and clean, power supplies, your control panels, they're all going to be within the same electrical closets. So troubleshooting purposes, everything is nice, neat, organized. You go into the room, everything's labeled, you'll see what you got. Continue thumbing down the pages. Okay, we're just moving on to some of the upper floors. Now on the 5th floor, closet, room 220. Again, the air handling unit is denoted in the tag number, VAV753, right? So again, that's air handling unit number 7, 5th floor VAV, box number 3, the areas that it serves, VMA controllers. This is all part of your BMS system. AHU number 8. Same scenario, power supplies, stacked electrical closets, 519, 3rd floor, 2nd floor, 1st floor, 120 volt power from the house electrician, 24 volt power running through all your VMA controls. This is what we keep seeing. It's a similar pattern. It's good to know. This will help you in any kind of troubleshooting problems. If you had a problem with not seeing power to VAVs, maybe question marks pop up on your screen when you're looking at your graphics, or maybe it's a communication problem, maybe it's a power problem. You go into these electrical closets, you should be able to pretty much troubleshoot these problems just from going into these closets and taking a look at these devices, okay? Now we're up on the 5th floor of AHU number 8. Same situation, stacked rooms, 519, 5th floor, 4th floor, power supply going to each VAV box. So your control panels, your power supply panels, they'll all be located in the electrical closets throughout the building. Typically it's on the floor with what it's served on the power supplies. Clean, neat, 24 volt power, VMA controls from the power supply. Each unit, each floor, everything's broken down so links are not skipping up, power supplies are not skipping from floor to floor. Everything that is being supplied from the floor that it's on. Okay, so moving down into the BMS as-built submittal, we looked at some of this stuff yesterday. I'm going to touch upon it a little bit today. Air handling units, okay, these are the FAC controls that we looked at. Okay, we saw the communication links that ran through these things and picked up the VFDs. Again, this is a typical flow diagram. Air handle unit number 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8, right? As we can see right here, air handle 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. This is your typical flow diagram of your air handling unit. As we talked about yesterday, you have your supply fans, okay? On those supply fans, you have your VFDs, okay? You have your starting and your stopping, your speeds. You have your static pressure control, your high pressure switches, outside discharge air temperature. You go through your smoke dampers. You have a pressure switch, your pressure control that is operating the supply fan speed, okay, located 2/3 down the duct stream. Okay, so that's within the building. I think you will wind up on the 3rd floor on most of these units. Okay, this is the pressure switch that's actually controlling the speed that these fans are operating at. Supply fans, safety switch, discharge air temperature, smoke dampers with end switches controlled by your pressure switch. Coming back from the unit, from the building, through your smoke damper, flow meter, okay, temperature and humidity sensor, low pressure switches, return fans with VFDs, start, stop, status, okay, you're controlling your speeds. Coming back into the unit, okay, you have an exhaust air damper, a motorized exhaust air damper, return air damper, and outside air dampers, and an outside air flow station. These dampers all operate in conjunction with each other, okay, based on temperature, humidity, outside air requirements. Okay, you have minimum outside air requirements, so you're exhausting what you're bringing in, you're returning the difference. You have a filter pressure switch, mixed air temperature. Okay, so now you're seeing the temperature coming back from the building after you're introducing your outside air and return air. It's mixing in the mixing box, mixed air temperature, going through your heating coil. On the heating coil, you have a normally open heating valve. Okay, this valve will modulate to maintain temperature when it's in heating. You have a freeze pump, which is enabled at an adjustable outdoor air temperature set point. It runs continuously when the temperature is below that set point. You have a motor starter controlling that, a start and stop. There's heat trace on all this piping. Those heat trace devices are located within the piping boxes. Okay, so be mindful of the fact that there's heat trace on all of this piping up in these heating boxes. You have a leaving air temperature, preheat temperature, cooling coil, normally closed cooling valve. Okay, this will modulate to maintain temperature, discharge air temperature in the cooling season. Okay, back to your supply fans. Air goes out, air comes back. Air exhausted, air returned, outside air brought in through filters, temperatures, heating coil, leaving temperatures, freeze stats, cooling coil, control valves, freeze pumps, back through the supply fan. Okay, this is a typical flow diagram that you're going to see for air handlers 1 through 8. 2 and 6 are slightly different. 2 is really the same thing, it's just a custom unit. 6 has your enthalpy block, your recovery block. Okay, you thumb down a page, you see your sequence of operation. Okay, continue down. We're going to look at the flow diagram for air handler unit number 2. Okay, a little bit different. They have more of a fan wall in this unit. Okay, you have 4 fans. Same thing, 1 VFD controlling that fan wall. Supply fan, start, stop. Okay, speed commands, safety switch, discharge air temperature, smoke dampers with end switches, controlled by pressure downstream 2/3 of the way. Returning back to the unit, smoke damper with end switches, flow station, temperature, humidity. Through the fan section, okay, you have your safety control, low suction, okay, this protects your system, okay, will trip on low static. 4 fans, 1 VFD, start, stop, speed controls, same layout, exhaust air damper, return air damper, outside air flow station, outside air damper. The air comes back, mixes, mixed air temperature, filter, pressure switch, same layout, heating coil, okay, heating control valve, freeze pump, all within the piping compartments. There is heat trace on all this, heat trace controller mounted in that box, so be mindful of that. Freeze pump runs continuously whenever the temperature falls below a predetermined adjustable set point. The heating coil will modulate to maintain discharge air temperature in the heating season. Your leaving air temperature, freeze stat, cooling coil, normally closed control valve. That will modulate again to maintain discharge air temperature in your cooling season. Through your air handler, through your fans, safeties, discharge, control by static, returning, flow, temperature, humidity, fans, VFDs, exhaust return, outside air, air handler unit number 2. As you thumb through the page, you get into your sequence of operation, similar to AHU 1 through 8. It's just a custom unit. Having the 4 module fan array is the only difference. Okay, we continue down. We're going to talk about air handling unit number 6. air handler unit number 6. Okay, this is the only unit that's a little bit different with regards to having the energy block. Okay, this is your energy recovery block. So when you look at this flow diagram, you'll see that there is no return in this unit. Okay, the return is actually exhaust. So you have two separate air streams. You have your outdoor air, your filter switches. This is a frost protection set of dampers. Okay, you go through this cube that's within the unit. This is your energy cube. Okay, the outside air will travel through this cube. As it's passing through this cube, it's not touching, the air streams are not touching, it's going through this cube. It's picking up temperature, the energy that's being exhausted from the building. So when in heating season, it's preheating that outside air. So if you're pulling in outside air at 30 degrees, it's going through this cube. If you're exhausting air that's 70 degrees, it's extracting from that, and it's raising that outside air that you're bringing in, okay? And you're seeing that in this mixed air sensor. So it's easing up on your heating coil load. So you're preheating that air through this energy block going into your coil sections. Your heating coil, freeze pump, normally open heating valve. This is all heat traced on the roof. The difference is this exists in your first floor mechanical room. Okay, this is a mechanical room on the first floor. That's where your freeze pump is. That's where your control valves are, your isolation valves, your strainers. Everything for AHU 5 and 6 exists in the first floor mechanical room. Up on the roof, you're just going to see piping going in and out of the heating coils, vents, drains. You will find that there is heat trace on this piping. Okay, leaving air temperature, freeze protection, cooling coil, supply fan, pressure switch, discharge air temperature, smoke dampers, all starting to look the same, pressure control. Back to the unit, okay, we're going to call it exhaust. Temperature, humidity of the exhaust, your pressure switches, okay, filter through the wheel or through the core, temperature sensor through the exhaust fan, out the damper. So the only difference with this unit is that you have this cube in it. It's picking up heat or cooling as it's being exhausted from the building to pre-condition the air prior to going through the heating coil and the cooling coil. It's 100% outside air machine, 100% exhaust air machine. As you thumb down, you'll continue to see the sequence of operation for this unit. And all your sequences. When you get the as-built diagrams, you're going to find that the riser diagrams that we looked at in the beginning, those are all on pages 14 through 29. Those are going to provide your riser diagrams that show all your enclosures, all the control devices that are carried on the communication links for all the air handlers. Pages 14 to 29. You're going to see all your VAV power supply drawings on pages 30 to 43. And then you're going to see all your airflow diagrams and sequence of operations for 1, 3, 5, 4, 5, 7, and 8, pages 85 to 87. You're going to see your flow diagrams for air handler unit number 2 and sequence of operations, pages 96 to 98. And AHU 6 flow diagrams and sequence of operations, pages 107 to 109.